Today we're looking at the Bowtech CP28. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This is Matt with Coyote Creek Archery. Today I want to talk to you about the 2022 Bowtech CP28. The specs on this bow is it's a 28-inch axle-to-axle bow. It's got a forgiving brace height of 6 3/4 inch. IBO rated speed at 335 feet per second. Adjustable draw length from 24.5 inches up to 30 inches. Comes in peak weight of 50, 60, and 70 pounds and has a physical weight of 4.4 pounds. Okay, so this bow is brand new for 2022 from Bowtech, and it's a little bit of a departure from what they've done in the past. You can see it's a 28-inch axle-to-axle bow, so it's a short, compact hunting bow, ideal for tight spaces, tree stands, and ground blinds. But I think as you see as I shoot this, this is a bow that could be shot at longer yardages as well. The riser design on this is a complete departure again from what they've done in the past. I really like the new look of this riser, and a couple of new features with this bow that Bowtech has incorporated for 2022. Of course, we still have the tried and true, the best tuning system on the market, the deadlock cam system. I really love this. It makes tuning so much easier. We have the deadlock limb pockets again. We've got the double burger holes, and something I haven't mentioned before that Bowtech does is there's two different sets of holes there where you can use to mount your sight. So you can mount it higher or lower depending on if you need that extra adjustability when you're mounting your sight. New for this year on the CP28 only is the IMS, or the integrated mounting system for your rest. It does have a dovetail built into the back of the riser, so you can use those rests that use a dovetail mount. Ripcord has a couple of those models that have came out, and I will try to get some of those in stock here in my store. Again, we've got the orbital dampeners, we've got the flex guard cable system, the cable roller on here, so a lot of great technology on this bow. The brace height is 6 3/4 inch, so you would expect the speeds maybe just a little bit slower, and but to be more of a forgiving bow. But we're going to shoot it through the chronograph here and see what we get with a real-world hunting setup. Okay, I'm going to take a few shots with this bow, kind of give you a feel for the draw cycle on this, and then we'll shoot through the chronograph. I am a hunter, and I typically will shoot it on comfort, but for just for testing sakes, I will flip the mods on this, and we'll shoot it both at comfort setting and the performance setting so that you can see the difference, both in the draw cycle and the change in speeds on this. Again, I am a 28-inch draw, shooting 60 pounds, and the arrows I'm going to be shooting are a Gold Tip Hunter XT 300 spine, and I'll have the 410 grain and 435 grain once we get into our speed testing. But for right now, we'll just talk about the draw cycle. So again, comfort setting, 60 pounds, 28 inches. Okay, so it's a very smooth draw right up into the back end. Let me walk this bow forward so you can kind of see. And there's a fair amount of let off there, so I can hold it for a long time. It feels like I have to kind of give it just a little bit of a push to get it going forward, and then it goes. It doesn't really feel like it wants to jerk out of my hands, but it does want to set in that valley. And the valley on the draw cycle is smooth all the way back, and then it kind of drops down into that valley. So it's a little bit more noticeable than what you would experience on the Solution or the Solution SS. It's a very smooth draw, very easy draw, but just right at the back end there's a little bit of a drop into that back valley. Let me, I'll draw it again for you, and I'll take a shot here. Again, I'm only shooting about 3 or 4 yards here in my shot. I didn't notice any vibration, any shock. The bow didn't want to jump forward. It's just a very nice feeling shot in the hand. All right, I'm going to shoot this through the chronograph. Again, 28-inch draw, 60 pounds. I'm on comfort mode, and I'm shooting 410 grain arrow. .260 feet per second with a 410 grain arrow 28 pounds, 60-inch draw. Okay, on this next arrow, I just swapped out the 100 grain field point for 125 grains. So I've got a total arrow weight of 435 grains, 28-inch draw, 60 pounds, Bowtech CP28 on comfort. .254 feet per second. All right, I've got the mods swapped over to performance mode. I'm shooting a 28-inch draw, 60 pounds, and 410 grain arrow. We're going to shoot this with a chronograph, see what our speed differences are. I'll put a chart up at the end of the video so you can see those numbers and kind of compare what the difference is. Draw cycle is it's not bad. It gets to the back end and it gets really stiff right before it drops into the valley, and the valley is a lot shallower, a lot shorter than what it is on the comfort mode. You'll probably see it as I draw. It's tough right there, and then it drops off right into the valley. Okay, 410 grain arrow. 269 feet per second, 410 grain arrow, 28-inch draw length, and 60 pounds. Okay, I'm going to shoot on performance now with 435 grain arrow. It's really not that bad. You get used to it pretty quickly. 262 feet per second. So you can see there is a difference, a noticeable difference between comfort and performance. The draw cycle is a little bit more aggressive, I would say, on the performance mode. Still pretty smooth until you get right towards the back of the draw cycle, and then it stiffens up and then it drops into that valley. But the valley seems a lot shorter. It doesn't feel like there's as much drop off into the valley on the performance setting versus the comfort. The comfort is pretty linear all the way back through. So really not a bad draw cycle either way. It's just what you're looking for, your own personal preference in a bow. But like I always say, don't just take my word for it or other reviews for it. Come shoot these bow yourself. I always love to have you come down here to Coyote Creek Archery and check out what I've got and see these bows. Shoot them for yourself and see if there's one that's going to work out for you. So if you ever got any questions or want to come pay me a visit, be sure to visit the website, coyotecreekarchery.com. Give me a call, send me a text, or shoot me an email, and I'd be glad to help you out. Hey folks, thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you like a shorter axle to axle bow? Do you prefer a little longer brace height, or do you like a longer bow with a shorter brace height, or do you want the best of both worlds and something in between? Let me know what you're looking for in your ideal hunting bow setup, and leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you'd like to see for future videos. I've got a lot more content coming out, a lot of things to talk about, but I sure appreciate you watching and tuning in. So have a great day.